What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over the Silver Sable buff in a little more detail. I did test this champion live a couple of days ago at the 7-star rank 1 unawakened level, and even at that level, I was pretty impressed by what I saw. Now I have her on the content creator beta at rank 3 sig 20 with a Winter Soldier relic, and let me just say that I am pretty impressed with this Silver Sable buff, and I'm highly considering taking her up to rank 2 and maybe even rank 3 on my live server account. So I'm going to go through a short, medium, and long form Photon fight, and then show her off in kind of higher health pool content where she does actually work fairly well to burst down hundreds of thousands of health in a single, like, special 1, special 1, special 2 loop. So for shorter fights, you really don't need more than one of your Sable mines. The one interesting thing about Silver Sable's buff is the cap on the shocks is 15 per Sable mine. So converting up to 15 critical shocks per Sable mine is the cap. So all you need for short form content is one Sable mine, because the opponent is not going to survive much more than 15 of these shocks. I mean, look at that. That's 23,000 damage per tick, 46,000 damage per second. Photon absolutely annihilated. That was 330,000 health. Now this is 520,000 health, I believe. And once the health pool starts to escalate a little bit, then you want to start adding in more of your Sable mines. So how Sable's buff works is you want to ideally get 1 to 2 Sable mines up on the opponent, depending on how much health they have. And when you are on top of the Sable mines, you now gain 3 very powerful fervor buffs. So it used to be 99 fervors that you needed, but now it's 3, and I believe the max potency is 80%. So you're basically landing shocks on every single hit. So I've already dropped 2 Sable mines now. I'm using that heavy attack. If you're not aware, Silver Sable's heavy applies a 100% potency disorient on science champions, so it makes her great for Photon. She is a fantastic Photon counter now that she works in the way that she should have worked a while ago as a effective skill champion for, science champions like Photon who are annoying. And I don't even get the remaining shocks that I could have gotten from the Sable mines because I didn't have enough shocks active, and Photon was still dead. That was a 500,000 health Photon gone in just over a minute. Pause, please. Just over a minute. Yeah. So that was 500,000 health Photon in just over a minute and 5 seconds, with over 98% health left on Silver Sable. She really is a solid Photon counter, and I'm going to show that even further because now we have a 1.1 million health Photon. This is just shy of what an Eternity of Pain style health pool looks like. It's a little less health than what that could be, and it's a little more health than story content. So it's kind of a nice meet in the middle place where it's over a million health, but it is kind of this middle ground of a million health. So the goal in this fight is to drop 2 Sable mines and then just build up as many shocks as I can, ideally above 20. Because if I have above 20, I'm going to convert the first 15 from the first Sable mine, and then any additional shocks will get converted on the second Sable mine. The max number of critical shocks you can get is 30, I believe. So throwing a third Sable mine down is really not necessary in matchups where you can shock the opponent, because the damage is coming from the first 2 Sable mines. The last one, I guess it's nice to have if you really want it, but it's not necessary at all. So we're building up now. As you can see, basically every single hit is applying a shock debuff thanks to those fervors, and I am just trying as hard as I can to get up to a decent amount of shocks. There we go. That's 23 shocks. 1.1 million health is just ticking away. That shock damage is crazy, and the Winter Soldier relic is really helping increase that damage to pretty substantial amounts. You're going to see in, I believe, the next fight that the Winter Soldier relic adds a pretty substantial amount of damage to the bursts of energy, and as well as the shock debuffs and passives themselves. So overall, I'm a huge fan of the Sable buff, and I can definitely see myself ranking her up down the line. I do have a skill awakening gem, and I don't know if I'm going to exactly awaken Sable, but it is definitely an option. I don't know exactly what happened there. I must not have gone for an intercept prior to that next special 2, but it honestly doesn't matter. With as many shocks as I have active right now, Photon is just kind of ticking away, so I maybe didn't need to go for another special 2 here. I probably could have just gone for a special 1 and then baited another special from Photon, and she probably would have dropped, but going for the special anyway, you know, it just feels good. So this 1.1 million health Photon is just about to drop here. Literally the first tick of this passive shock kills her, and there she goes. So that's 1.1 million health Photon with above 90% health on Silver Sable in 2 minutes. So this matchup specifically is where I kind of wanted to show the importance of not only the, what's it called, the Winter Soldier Relic, but also the Special 3. So this is Abyss of Legends thing, if you couldn't already tell by the EX thing next to his name. And the goal for using Sable in this fight is maintaining your Disorient, placing all 3 Sable Mines, and then spamming Special 3s. So you're going to see here, and I'm going to do something really quick. Help. Hold on. Technical difficulties. No, it's filter, and then, yeah, there we go. I had a strange filter on some of those fights, and I don't want to have it on this fight. So yeah, so as you're going to see in this fight, the energy damage from the Winter Soldier Relic increasing that burst of shock damage that Sable deals. Well, it's not shock damage because Sting is immune to shock, but the burst of energy damage that she would deal. So right now, it's 6,500, right? So keep that number in your mind. 6,500 is the number without the Winter Soldier energy vulnerability. With the Winter Soldier energy vulnerability, that number should go up to, I believe, 7,400. So it's almost increasing that burst of damage by 1,000. I'm just kind of waiting for my relic to be thrown here. I don't exactly remember when I throw it, but yeah, right here. So that number goes up to, you'll see after this special 3. Remember, 6,500 was the original number, and now we're dealing 7,400 per attack. So it's a pretty substantial increase. I mean, 1,000 increased damage per hit is nothing to scoff at. And again, that is every single hit with the 3 fervors, with the Sable Mines. The Sable Mines themselves are dealing that burst of energy damage as well. So all of that is getting increased by the Winter Soldier energy vulnerability. And the relic itself has an innate ability where you just decrease the opponent's energy resistance. So Winter Soldier is definitely the relic to run for Silver Sable because all of that energy vulnerability you get from running it, it really adds up and you really notice a difference, especially in matchups like this where the health pools are so high. You know, 2.7 million health here. Again, there is 65 from the basic hits without the energy vulnerability, and now I believe I throw the energy vulnerability and it goes right back up to 74. So yeah, it is a pretty noticeable difference in the damage, so pretty good stuff. Now to finish off this showcase, we have I almost said Realm of Legends. We have Labyrinth of Legends Red Hulk, and this fight has 1.5 million health. If you're not aware, Labyrinth of Legends between 1.5 and 3.3 million health for every opponent. And Silver Sable does have a class advantage here, so that it's increasing her attack rating by around 40%. But just watch how fast this health pool melts away. Again, 1.5 million health here with this Red Hulk. We're only Sig 20, so I don't have the max potency from those cruelties. But all you really need for Sable, or all you really want, is the Awakened ability once. You don't need to be Sig 200. And you don't need to be super high Sig. It's just nice to have the Sig, and you definitely notice a difference, especially in matchups like this, where you want to ramp up a lot more shocks than you would in like shorter or medium form content. When you're using her in content like this, and yes, she can work in content like this with health pools in the millions, you ideally want to have her awakened because the aggressive playstyle with intercepting is going to reward you with even more shocks. So now I'm just gonna line up a hopefully nice special 2 here. Yeah, perfect. So that's 29 shocks. So watch that health pool tick away, right? 29 passive shocks. Red Hulk went from 76%, right? 76% all the way down to 35%. So 40% of his health was taken off by 29 shocks. If you were to add in a 30th shock there, just call it like 41% or 42%. So that's like 600 ish thousand damage. 50% of Red Hulk's health is 50% is 750,000 damage. So 40% is probably around 600, 610. And one more set of crit shocks and Red Hulk is already dead. So, man, Silver Sable, she's kind of a menace. She's kind of a menace now, and this is rank 3, no synergy, no boost, Sig 20 with the 5-star Winter Soldier relic. Personally, I am very excited to rank her up on my live server account. I'm definitely going to take her to rank 2, and there's a very high likelihood that down the line, and by down the line, I mean maybe in the next month or so, I take her to rank 3. Who knows? Maybe I'll even take her to rank 3 as my Autumn of Agony rank 3 with those catalysts, because I just took up Arcade, and now, yeah, in about a week's time from the recording of this video, the Autumn of Agony Gauntlet should be out. So, yeah, that will give me another rank 3, and it just might be Silver Sable. I don't know. But thank you all very much for watching this video. Let me know what you think about the Silver Sable buff. Personally, I'm a huge fan of it, and I'm very curious if people out there are agreeing with that sentiment. Once again, if you liked the video, and I really hope that you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I am less than 500 subscribers away from 40,000 subscribers. I would love to hit that goal before the end of January. That would be amazing, and I would be extremely, extremely grateful if we could hit that. And then sometime in the year of 2025, I would love to eclipse 50,000 and maybe even 60,000 subscribers. I think we can do it. I know we can do it. Just take some time and some dedication. So if you're liking the content, please consider doing that and helping me out. And yeah, consider hitting the like button too. That also helps. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.